Welcome to another episode of the Myrtle Beach Golf Report, powered by Play Golf Myrtle Beach. I'm Kyle Oland, as always, joined by my good friend, the man behind the board, David Williams. David, it is a new year in the golf capital of the world. 2025 is here. It is January. And dude, I am fired up for this year, and I'm fired up, man.
Dude, I'm ready to just like absolutely melt this microphone with some just steaming hot takes for the first podcast of the year. I'm pumped. It's good to be back.
It is, and the beginning of the year is always it's always interesting from a personal standpoint, but also from a work standpoint. So I'm going to put the personal stuff first, right? The beginning of the year, you're coming off the holidays. You've got resolutions in your head, things you want to do better, how you're going to be a better person, a better friend, maybe a better spouse, how you're going to improve at this. Maybe I'll take up this hobby. There's a lot of pressure people don't talk about going into a new year. A lot of pressure we put on ourselves.
Yeah, dude. Like it's, I just started trying to knock out one of my New Year's resolutions. It's not really a resolution. It's more just like a commitment type deal where I'm going to do 300 miles of cardio this year, but it can't just be like based on how many like steps I'm taking around, like walking around the office. That doesn't count.
It has to be dedicated.
It has to be dedicated cardio. Shout out to Neil from No Laying Up. That's where I got the idea from, but he did 500 miles last year. So
how many miles have you gotten so far?
I think I did 20 this past weekend. So
52, dude, you're well above pace.
Yeah, I know, but I want to like see how far I can go. Cause like, I know there's going to be weeks where like I'm traveling or I'm out of town where like I might not have as much time as I did this past weekend to like continue that pace. So 52
weeks in a year, you want to do 300. So a hair under 6 miles a week.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I love that. So you're 20.
Let me see. I'll tell you.
For our friends watching, let's keep David.
Keep me honest. This will be a bi-weekly.
Yeah. What are you using to track?
Just the fitness app on my phone.
Can you, I don't use the fitness app very often. Can you like set that, hey, you're doing an activity? So
if I had an Apple Watch, I could, but I think Apple Watches are overrated. I'd rather just wear a regular watch. I don't need a watch that talks to me. So, I'm at 15.3 right now after this past weekend. So,
but how do you know that's just from your walking or running versus your everyday activity?
Because it has, bad podcasting if you're listening on the audio feed. So if you break it down by day, I tally up my time during, like I time the.
Oh, like the activity time. Yeah.
While I'm doing it. So
how are you keeping track? Just a note?
Just a sheet on my computer.
I love it. I love it.
What about you? What resolutions do you have?
Dude, mine's boring.
Play more golf?
No, it's not one of my resolutions. It will be 1 year. That will be, but we are not there yet in the life journey of Kyle Oland.
You got 2 young kids, so.
It will be, and when it is, I will, trust me, I thought about it. I said, hey, do I want to make a declaration to play more golf this year? And I thought to myself, no, I'm not ready.
You're setting yourself up for failure.
Exactly. I'm not ready yet. I've got a lot going on, got things to do. Or in the words of, I got things to do. Things to do. That's a movie line. Do you know what it's from?
No.
Peaky Blinders.
Oh, I'm not a Peaky Blinders guy.
That's my favorite quote of all time. I have things to do.
I can't really say my favorite quote on here.
But no. There is one thing that I am doing, and I've actually enjoyed it thus far. I wouldn't say I drink a ton of alcohol, but I am not drinking alcohol until February 10th. It's a span of about 40 days to start the new year. And dude, I'm loving it so far. I haven't had a sip of alcohol in 8 or 9 days.
Good for you.
Feel great. My body feels good. No bloating. So I'm very excited because this will be the longest I have gone without a sip of alcohol in years. So genuinely excited about this challenge. I had my first test of my fortitude Saturday night, date night. Me and Morgan went to, actually, this is a great plug if you're here in Myrtle Beach. One of probably the places that people don't go enough on a golf trip, downtown Conway. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. A lot of great restaurants in downtown Conway.
Where did you go?
We went to a place called Whitaker's. They do sushi and tacos, but they're mainly sushi. which is funny because it doesn't have a sushi-like name. Its name is Whitaker's.
Yeah, that wouldn't.
Yeah, but Morgan had 2 margaritas, and we're sitting there at the bar, and I'm just slugging water. Passed my first test.
Well, you got another test coming up this weekend, so.
Yeah, I'm going to pass it again. Flying colors.
On Sunday.
But yeah, no, that's my resolution. Not resolution, just a little challenge. And there's a couple other things that I'll try to challenge myself later in the year, but that's my focus for right now.
DJ Pie does, from another No Laying Up, they do their Big Goals podcast every year. It's arguably one of the best pieces of audio that's put out each year. DJ Pie's doing something similar to what you're doing. Like, he's like, I can't make all these goals. They have a newborn. And he was like, each month I'm going to challenge myself with something. Like, January is something different. February is something different. March is something different. So, like, that's a good way to do it if you're at home trying to struggle, like, or not really being able to think of any resolutions. Just challenge yourself each month.
Yeah, another one I might do is I've been playing with the carnivore diet the last year, and I've never dedicated going sole on it. If you're not familiar with what the carnivore diet is, it's all you do is eat meat or eggs, and you can eat some fish. I wouldn't say I'm a massive fish guy. I like fish, but I've gone through stretches where I'll go 3 to 5 days just on it, but I would love to try it straight for a month. It's hard. You got to really plan ahead because you got to just buy a ton of meat.
Yeah, I love my carbs too. That's my only thing.
I do too. My wife's been making sourdough bread. She's one of those. TikTok scrollers found sourdough bread, and dude, she made 2 loaves last week. I pounded probably a whole loaf of it myself.
Damn, I'm hungry. All right, great pod. Let's go eat.
Yeah, so anyway, so I say all that to say I feel like we put a lot of pressure on ourselves for 2020 as we start the year, and then we come back into the workflow. Everybody, whether us, this is our place of employment, and I think David and I would say we're both very grateful for the job we have and the things we get to do. But you get in and you're just like, look at all I have. Like, for us, dude, this is actually a really busy first 2 months of the year.
Yeah, we'll get into it a little bit more later on in the episode. But yeah, it's going to be March before we know it.
Yeah, and those listening at home, like, you understand it, right? You get back in the office after, a week and a half break, and you're like, dude, look at all that's stacked up behind me and that's stacked in front of me that I got to tackle. And then you're already starting to look forward to your vacation, and we hope that you're looking forward to your golf trip. And as a reminder, there's only one place to go to plan that golf trip. It's playgolfmyrtlebeach.com. That's the host of this podcast. It is your one-stop shop to find all things golf in Myrtle Beach, golf packages, hotels, golf courses, everything you could want there. Head on over there. You can get a quick quote, and you can basically make it your goal to take a Myrtle Beach golf trip. We've been telling you for years. You see it. This is the place to come. If you can't have a good time in Myrtle Beach, you're not a fun person. Straight up. If you don't have fun in Myrtle Beach, you are not a fun person. We are named America's favorite buddy trip destination for a reason. Go to playgolfmyrtlebeach.com. Get that quick quote. Start dreaming in early January of your golf trip to Myrtle Beach in 2025.
Dude, our Wi-Fi is so bad back here. Sorry, I just had to say that. But yes, start planning your Myrtle Beach golf trip. If it's not on the books already, do it now.
Yeah.
Before it's too late.
David, what do we got on the agenda for today?
Well, dude, I figured, I'd say we're sports fans outside the game of golf. More, I would say let's just do a sports minute off the jump. We're not talking golf. We have enough time to talk golf on the rest of the show, right? So I got one topic for me. You can talk about whatever you want outside the golf world, but just wanted to talk about my boys, your St. Louis Blues. Absolutely smoking the Chicago Blackhawks in the Winter Classic. The Winter Classic is on my bucket list. I'm disappointed that I had the thought of going this year. It was in Chicago at Wrigley. It was 30 degrees and sleeting.
Did you look at tickets? What did tickets run for that?
Yeah, they weren't bad. Tickets weren't terrible. It was just I had a bunch of other travel stuff and couldn't really, with time and stuff, couldn't really afford to fly to Chicago for New Year's Eve. Excuse me. But yeah, it was that's on the bucket list for me. The Blues are 3-0 in Winter Classic games. 3-0. We have won the one at Busch Stadium, in Minneapolis, and now in Chicago. So we're arguably the greatest Winter Classic team of all time. Many are saying, and by many I mean me. But the game wasn't the best. I mean, it was the best for me, right, as a Blues fan, because we absolutely dog walked them. That's from Connor Bedard's mouth before any of you Chicago people get at me. He said that himself, so I'm just quoting him. I think the bigger bone to pick with that is that, typically the Winter Classic was on New Year's Day, and it was a standalone NHL game. Well, this year it was New Year's Eve because they were trying to avoid the college football playoff. Get that. That's fine. But you have to make the Winter Classic, if it's like your Super Bowl, you need to make it standalone. It needs to be the only game that day. I think there were like 10 or 12 games that day outside the Winter Classic. And it's like, it's not cheapening it, but it kind of felt like that. And I don't know if that's just
takes the tension away from it.
Yeah. And like, I don't know if that's just me saying that because I'm a Blues fan or what. All of our Chicago listeners have turned out, all four of them. They've all left the podcast, but I don't know. You see it a lot of times with baseball too, right? Baseball gets into scheduling kerfuffle. I mean, last year they played, I think in March in like Japan.
Nobody even knew it was going on.
I didn't know until the MLB was like, the MLB official account was like, yeah, we're kicking off the 2024 season over here in Japan. I'm like, okay, no one knew that was happening.
You see Los Angeles is like 2-0 and it's like a week before the season even starts.
Yeah.
You're like,
so
what?
the NHL never ceases to amaze me with some stuff like that. But, I wanted to bring the Winter Classic up, brag on my boys, even though they got pumped by Columbus the other night. Just nice little non-golf talk off the jump of the show.
Yeah, non-golf sports talk. I've enjoyed the college football playoffs so far.
Yeah,
and what I'm really excited about when this podcast airs, one of the semifinal games will have already been played. But I really like the start times. 7:30 Eastern.
Is that when Thursday's game is?
That is when Thursday's is, and couldn't be more excited for that because inevitably every college big game over the years, the championship game has always started like 8 or 8:30. And for an East Coast guy, the game's not ending until past midnight. Historically, I always fall asleep at halftime.
Oh, yeah.
That I am jacked up to know that, hey, Thursday night, 7:30 start, I'm going to be able to stay up, watch the whole game, and not be up till the crack of dawn.
How about the not going there yet. Do you remember like back in the old BCS days when the Fiesta Bowl would be the national championship game and it'd be in Arizona and it would start at like 9:15?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I get it for the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
But like East Coast, I'm not trying to say East Coast is best coast, but come on. Help us out. Like, we've been on the West Coast watching sports. Watching West Coast sports is awesome.
Oh, it's the greatest.
Even though I have to say,
Central Time Zone's elite.
Yeah, they might be getting shafted on the 7:30 kickoff, I will say, like, because that's 4:30 for them, and you're still in work most likely. You're commuting home. So West Coast family, you are shafted, but the East Coast brethren, we get home, do a couple things around the house, whatever you want to do, get some food, 7:30 kickoff.
That is the nice part for us. You do have that little grace period where you can get ready for those games. So it's a win-lose, right?
Yeah. Hey, West Coast dominates. They get the better deal for NFL because you get football starting at 10 a.m.
God, that's awesome. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, it's a lot more pressure on your fantasy football lineup. So.
Oh yeah, if you oversleep, especially if you're a college kid or something.
Oh yeah.
You go out the night before. Yeah. You're going to USC. You have a big game. You go out afterwards, and you forget to set a lineup.
Oh yeah, and betting if you want to make last minute bets.
Yeah.
Shorter time window to do that. But yeah, no, I'm excited about that. I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm excited about the NFL playoffs.
How do you think your Ravens are going to do in the NFL playoffs?
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, David.
How hurt is Zay Flowers? Hurt or injured?
His knee is hurt.
Okay.
They call it day to day, but that's just smoke.
What does that mean? Yeah.
That's smoke and mirrors because they don't want to let the opponent know if he's playing or not so they can game plan against him. There's no way that guy's playing. You have a sprained knee.
Is that what it is?
And he's a jitterbug. He's quick as all get out.
He has to be able to cut.
If you can't cut, he's useless.
Yeah.
He's not playing. But I think they'll be all right. Excited. Lamar always chokes in the playoffs. Historically, he does that. I'd be excited to see if he can.
You sound so confident, dude.
Yeah, because I think as it stands, if we win, we're gonna play the winner of the Bills game.
So you'll play the Bills.
We're gonna play the Bills in Buffalo. We'll see.
And it'll be 15 as the high, probably for that game.
Yeah, it'll be cold. So yeah, that's my story.
Well, that's our sports minute. I think that's a good way to wrap it. Now we're just going to talk about the most frustrating sport of all time, but I think we're going to talk about it from a pretty high level today. Start with PGA Tour. The PGA Tour's back, Kyle. Can you believe it already? Hideki Matsuyama shoots. God, what do you even shoot? It was like 34 under or something at the Century.
Yeah, I saw Justin Thomas's tweet where it's like, what's a guy got to do now? I thought 67 means nothing anymore.
Yeah, Hideki Matsuyama, 35 under. How would you feel if you're like Colin Morikawa? You just shot 32 under for 4 rounds and you lost. It's like, good God. But Hideki wins. PGA Tour's back. PGA Tour's opening drive. They're at Waialae Country Club this week for the Sony. So I think it'll be, I love the PGA Tour this time of year, I will say, because it's typically Hawaii or West Coast, so it's mostly prime time. Like, I think the Century was like 5 to 8 or something this past weekend, which was that. I mean, that's awesome. I saw a lot of people online complaining about low scores, and I saw a good, I forget who it was, and I'm sorry that I don't have their name, but they were talking about if you put 15 scratch players out there, would they shoot even par or better all 4 rounds? And the answer from that same setup, same tees and everything, the answer is probably no. And I don't understand all the complaints about the low scores to start the season because it's primetime golf in Hawaii while, 80% of the country's freezing. It's an interesting golf course. I will say that. Kapalua seems very interesting. That's a place on my bucket list, but I didn't get all the hate for the really, really low scores this past weekend. I kept seeing it from multiple different sources, and I was like, why? Who cares? Who cares? Just enjoy the golf. Golf Twitter likes to find stuff to complain about, I've noticed.
Yeah, the guys are good. The guys are good.
Speaking of good, want to see, we kind of touched on it a little bit last episode with our predictions for the PGA Tour for 2025. What pro golfers are you high on for 2025?
Does it have to be a tour player or a live player?
It can be either. It doesn't matter to me. I'll start. I mean, and it kind of goes with my prediction, but I think Spieth being fully healthy is huge. He hurt his wrist. It's been hurt forever. Didn't take care of it, and now he's fully healthy, he says, for the first time in a long time. So I think it's a big year for Jordan Spieth, the golden boy. I think he's going to absolutely get out in open space and run. That's a football reference.
Get out in open space and run. What's that? How do you do that on a golf course?
I mean, you essentially do what Hideki did this past weekend. You just blitz people. You just go nuts. I'm high on Spieth. I put on here who we're selling on, but honestly, I don't really want to call anybody out publicly, if I'm being honest. Well,
hold on. We'll come back to that because I'm going to tell you who I'm high on. We talked about it here on the podcast, like all these young guys, but I'm really high on some of these young guys. I'm interested to see how some of these guys go in I'll call it their sophomore year. Nick Dunlap made a name for himself this year. Interested to see how, he won, Rookie of the Year?
Yes.
Yeah, interested to see how he comes off that and see what kind of momentum he has. Is he just one-hit wonder? Now he has expectations, right? I think that's one of the good things when you're 19, 20, 21 years old, you're fresh. You don't really have expectations. Now you have expectations.
Yeah, I hope that, because he's got full status now, right, for, I think, 2 years because his Amex win didn't count for exemption status. But his Barracuda win did. So I'm hoping that what it does for him is it settles him down, right? He can build out a schedule with his team and he can build out something that he's comfortable with. He doesn't have to go play every single week. But I hope that he settles in a tour because we don't want we want him to succeed.
You want to see the young guys succeed.
Yeah, and I don't want him to be one of those one hit wonders like you were talking about. I want 15 years down the road us to be talking about Nick Dunlap winning his second major or something.
Yeah, so I'll be interested on that. That's who I'm buying. I don't know if I'm buying, but I'm observing.
Yeah, I'm buying Ludwig too. Old Bear. I think Ludwig is an absolute Swedish killing machine.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, there's just nothing wrong. As long as he can figure out how to chip and putt, I think he'll be okay.
All right.
That's rich for me to say.
This is who I'm selling. I'm selling Scotty Scheffler.
Oh, my God. What is wrong?
Here's my reason. There's a reason behind why I'm selling. is I don't think you can replicate the year you just had.
Cat did it.
It's Tiger Woods. It's Tiger Woods, buddy.
Well, I mean, I know, but he did it.
He did, but that's Tiger Woods. I'm selling on Scotty Scheffler. He will, I don't want to say he's going to come back down to earth, but you will not see the dominant year that you saw him have last year.
Speaking of hurt or injured, is he hurt or injured?
He said he cut himself, which it's a common thing around the kitchen.
Yeah.
I've heard of some professional athletes that they don't cut anything. They have chefs that'll do it, or they'll have plastic, so they cannot hurt themselves. Scotty needs to invest in some plastic knives.
You hear that, Scotty? I know you're listening. You're our number one listener. Plastic knives, dude.
You have enough money to have a private chef. You don't need to be cutting things, Scotty.
Dumbest show of all time.
I cut things. I don't have enough money for a private chef.
Yeah.
I was cutting things at 5:30 a.m. I was making some sweet potatoes this morning. Scotty Scheffler don't do that.
Pause. The sweet potatoes at 5:30 in the morning?
I was cooking them for lunch. I got up early and I was like, you know what?
Good for you.
While I was waiting for the coffee to brew, I was like, you know what? I'm going to put some sweet potatoes in the oven.
Good for you.
Because I'm not Scotty Scheffler.
No way, dude. I thought you looked just like him.
Scotty Scheffler wakes up and the sweet potatoes should already be made. Scotty, get rid of the knife, but he's coming down to earth. That's who I'm selling you.
I'm selling Tom Kim, Scotty Scheffler's buddy.
Why?
I think the book's out. Man, this is gonna look bad. It's gonna look so bad. I don't know. He got really whiny towards the end of the year. I don't like that, and that's really the only reason I'm selling. If I'm being honest, I honestly thought about selling Nick Dunlap, but you rode for him, so I'm not gonna sell.
I said I'm watching. I don't know if I'm buying yet.
Okay.
We're actually going to get to go to PGA Tour new media headquarters next week, Dave.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that or not. But
why not? It's cool. It'll be cool. I've seen photos. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look sweet. I'm actually really excited. I hope we get to go in the studio, at least see it.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
I hope so. Kiefer, if you're listening to this, I know you are. Let us in the studio.
You heard it.
Just the worst awkward silence. Speaking of, anything classic related that we have to touch on? Any updates for the people? I don't really think anything's changed since our last episode.
No, we have obviously the Myrtle Beach Classic coming back, second year on the PGA Tour schedule. It's going to be the first week of May. Really excited, man. I think it's just, if you're local to the Myrtle Beach area, I've never felt the vibes and the excitement in Myrtle Beach for the game of golf as it was that week. And if you're planning a trip, like, I would highly recommend come that week, because you're going to get to play amazing golf during an amazing time of the year and really having an amazing experience at the same time. So Myrtle Beach Classic is coming back. Super excited for it. And I think it's going to be a good year, David. It's okay. We can cut this. I was trying to carry it, but I was like, I got nothing else to say.
That's staying in the episode. Yeah, what Kyle said about the Myrtle Beach Classic. Get here for it. It's going to be awesome. So we're recording this on the date of the first ever playing of the TGL, Kyle. Want to just kind of riff about the TGL, what we think it's going to look like, what we like about it, what we may not like about it. If you don't like anything, it's kind of hard to say you don't like stuff about it before it happens. But what's your thoughts on the TGL?
I'm going to turn it on tonight.
Me too.
Which I probably wouldn't have said. Here's my thoughts. Up until 2 weeks ago, I don't think there was a whole lot of chatter, but they've done a really good job building some chatter around it.
Oh, yeah.
We're marketers. That's what we think about. But like over the last 2 weeks, I've scrolled social media. I've seen stuff about the TGL, not just from the tour, the TGL, not just from, people playing in it, but creators, other media outlets. And I was even, had ESPN on while watching football, and they had some hits on it as well. So I'm excited. I'm interested to see what it will be in terms of a viewing experience. Will it be entertaining? Will there be dialogue? Will it be high energy? It's kind of cool because we know some of the folks associated with it, so that'll be kind of cool. But yeah, I'm cautious. I'm interested.
Yeah, me too. I think it's kind of like when Liv started, right? I don't want to judge something before it's out in the open for everybody to see. So credit to them for getting this far after their last stadium got destroyed by a storm. So credit to them for getting this
Allegedly.
far. Well, I mean,
Allegedly.
Is there a conspiracy there?
They needed to give themselves more time, so they made up a fact that it broke.
I mean, I saw the video. It was like collapsed.
Could it have been man-made?
I mean, I don't know. It wasn't insured. I found that out. That's cool.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I don't know. They did a good job of getting the right players in, right? This thing probably wouldn't succeed without your Rorys and your Tigers and your Cam Youngs and your Xanders and your Ludwigs. But you know who's not doing TGL?
Who?
Scotty.
Yeah, because his freaking almost lost his finger.
No, he wasn't doing it before. So
allegedly. That's why he cut himself.
This podcast title is just going to say allegedly. That's the entire episode. All of this is inadmissible. Yeah. No, it's inadmissible.
Dude,
I'm not a lawyer.
I'm part dyslexic.
That's a clip.
My English teacher used to say, Kyle, it's not because you can't spell. It's because your brain doesn't work that way.
Oh, my God. Thanks. What the hell?
That was my senior year English teacher.
Okay. Well, let's transition to something a little happier. So, speaking of TGL, Kyle, did you know on the TGL's website there is a Find My Team quiz?
Gosh.
And we're going to do it.
Okay, so you're going to help me find what is my team?
Yes, I've already done it. And
That's perfect because I don't know any of their names.
I'm not gonna reveal who I got until the end, but I'm gonna read you the questionnaire and each answer, and you're gonna give it to me, and you're gonna get your TGL team today. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So on your day off, Kyle, what are you up to? Gym grind? I know the answer to this one. Gym grind, brunch hunt, slow sips, good reads, Zen mode.
Zen as in like ZYN Zen mode?
No,
or
as in
sleep
like
mode?
as in like chill.
Oh. Do the gym one.
All right. Number 2, toss the budget out, Kyle. Throwing it out the window. What's your dream vacation? Beach bumming, nature's calling, I'm answering, big city, big sights.
Say those again.
I know this is exactly what
Who made this?
This is exactly what I wanted. Toss the budget, Kyle. What's your dream vacation?
Slow it down for me here.
Beach bumming, that's the first option. Nature's calling, I'm answering. So fucking big city, big sights.
Definitely not big city. Definitely not big sights. Nature's calling. That seems like I'm going out in the wilderness and looking at trees.
Yep.
So we're going to say beach bumming.
Okay. All right. Beach bumming. Time to eat, Kyle. Your favorite subject.
Love it.
What's your go-to grub?
Eat.
All right. Lobster roll. It says lobster roll. We're eating well. This is so stupid.
It sounds like something we would have made.
Lobster roll. We're eating well. Burgers and fries. Classic. Pizza, obviously. Protein shake. No time to waste. Every day is Taco Tuesday in Kyle's house. Finger licking barbecue.
All right. I'm going to go through these one at a time. It's definitely not pizza. My stomach doesn't agree with me. Protein shakes are stupid. Why would you do that versus eating food? The other ones are burgers. No.
Lobster roll.
No.
Tacos and barbecue.
Okay, so I love Mexican, so I'm going tacos.
All right. It's Saturday afternoon. What are you wearing? It seems like they're trying to get to know me like a little too well.
I feel like I'm filling out my dating app. I don't use one, but that's what I would assume this is like.
All right. What are you wearing? Athleisure all day. Something bold and bright. That sounds like you. Keeping it cool in all black. Shorts and shades. The timeless classic look.
Athleisure.
Road trip windows down. What are you listening to? Pop bangers only. Podcast junkie. Country music.
Country music.
All right.
How many more are these? I'm just interested. Like, how much are
6? We're on 6 of 8.
Oh, okay.
This is only a 2.
My team is on the horizon.
Who are you golf clapping for, Kyle? Tomorrow's superstars or the legends?
They only gave 2 options.
Yeah. The legends or superstars? Or tomorrow's superstars, sorry.
Let's go legends.
Game time, baby. How are you watching it? Bar, squad, and bruise. I'm going to throw up if I keep reading this. Bar, squad, and bruise. Work doesn't stop. Multi-screen hustle. patio TV grill.
Okay.
Those are 3 options.
So,
You may read them again?
Patio or TV screen?
Multi-screen hustle.
Oh, multi-screen hustle. I got things to do. Peaky Blinders reference.
What do you love most about golf? Winning.
I don't know much about that.
Winning, new here, still learning, being social with friends, 2 words, the lifestyle, sweating it out, leveling up.
Is sweating it out and leveling up 2 different options?
Yeah, they're 2 different options.
Being social.
Okay. All right, and the best part of this is I get to give TGL your email.
Kyle.Oldland@golftourismsolutions.com. Number 1 fan. Hit the enter button.
Yeah, 1 second.
Do I win? Do I get entered in to win a free trip to a TGL experience?
That's actually what Dylan said when he was filling this out earlier.
Pick me.
Analyzing results. Oh my God, I'm waiting with bated breath. Oh man, no way.
Are we the same team?
No. Welcome to Los Angeles Golf Club. Oh, hold on, I got a sound effect for this. That works so well.
So I'm rooting for the Los Angeles Golf Club.
Yep, Kyle, the Los Angeles Golf Club is made up of Justin Rose, Colin Morikawa, Sahith Theegala, and Tommy Fleetwood. I got the Bay Golf Club.
Like Bay, like the Bay.
Like San Francisco.
San Francisco?
Yep, and my team is made up of Minwoo Lee. Let him cook. Ludwig Olber.
That's why you picked him.
And Wyndham and Shane Lowry. Actually, I was looking at the teams. So let me real quick. Under this is what Dylan got to. He was very pissed. And it says it's a perfect match. LA's got the culture and you've got the style. Athletic, modern, forward thinking. You're built for this city. Innovation, that's your game, on and off the course. You love keeping it fresh, just like LA's mix of outdoor action and Hollywood flair. From the streets to the greens, you're always ahead of the curve. Ready to rep the city of Los Angeles? Let's go. You want to buy some merch?
I was actually going to ask, can I get a jersey? Yeah. A polo? Like, do they have jerseys?
So that is, Kyle, your TGL team. Congratulations. I play tonight. My Bay team plays tonight, dude.
Is Los Angeles off tonight?
Yeah, they're off tonight. That's actually one cool thing, I think, is that it's only 2 teams going up against each other at a time. I think that's actually a good thing. I think it'd be too much chaos if you had all the teams participating.
Is there money on the line?
I have no idea, to be honest. It's presented by SoFi, so I would think, but I've got no clue.
Yeah, there has to be something on
there has to be.
These guys have to be getting paid.
I think they got equity in it, is what it is.
Okay, well, partnerships, ticket sales.
They're probably getting an appearance, but the majority of it is equity, I think.
I wonder how profitable this thing's going to be. One thing we were just talking about earlier, I definitely think it's going to spur engagement in golf consumers in the simulator space.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the Jupe Lynx team is loaded. Tom Kim, I mean, he sucks. But Tiger, Max Homa, and Kiz, that's who Dylan went with. The Ball Frogs is pretty loaded, too.
Does Tiger own this thing, Tiger and Rory?
They started it together. I don't know the whole thing. It's on their website. If you want to go read it, go to TGLGolf.com.
Can you go to this? What's the stadium called, or arena, or building, or facility? I would assume you can go there and like have an experience, like
SoFi Center in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida.
Like I'm assuming, like if you and me want to take a trip, we could go there and play one day.
Not play.
No,
I doubt it. I don't know.
I bet they'll put a price tag on that. People will pay for that.
We can ask next week. We can ask next week.
All right. Los Angeles Golf Club. Here we go. Let's have a good season.
Yeah, we're gonna whip your ass.
Your number one fan is right here.
You and Dylan, dude. Dang, I want margaritas. That sounds really good. I was just thinking about you and Dylan getting the monster burrito from Margaritas.
Dude, I could crush the monster burrito.
We should go to Margaritas this week. We'll take that offline. All right, next topic on the rundown, Kyle. The Dustin Johnson World Junior. Believe it or not, folks, that is fast approaching.
And that event is held here in Myrtle Beach, right? Dustin has his junior event here?
Correct.
Why is that? Why does Dustin have that here?
So, obviously, if you all don't know, Dustin Johnson did attend Coastal Carolina. But also what probably a lot of people don't realize is that when he first came out on tour on the what was once named the Web.com Tour, now the Corn Ferry Tour. He started his pro career while he was living here. TPC was his place of practice because all PGA Tour members get full access to any TPC property. And so this is kind of where he got his, once he got his legs under him is when he moved, but this is where he started. So he's doing it as a way to give back to.
That's where he learned to hit a cut, right?
That's where he learned to hit a cut. For those of you who haven't seen that video, I'll put it right here. All right. Yeah, so that is coming up. The field's out. The field's out.
Oh, really? It's usually a pretty good field, right?
Yeah. The field will be out by the time you listen to this. I think Dylan's literally hitting send on the email right now.
Yeah, like probably nobody really, unless you're some junkie golf nut, junior golf nut. You probably haven't heard of any of these people. I never hear of any. I've never heard of any of the people. You guys just tell me how good they are. But they go on to do good things, don't they?
Yeah, Nick Dunlap, Akshay, Luke Lanton, just to name a few. I mean, there's plenty more than...
Did Blaze Brown play in it last year?
Yeah, Blaze played. Blade's non-professional. Congratulations, Blade. Probably should have led with that off the top, but congrats. Good luck. Best of luck. We'll probably see you in May.
So a lot of, like, basically the top kids in the world.
Yeah, for the most part.
That's awesome.
Kyle, so I've highlighted some names. We're going to start with the boys.
Yeah, you just got this list, right?
Yeah. Dylan sent it over to me today. The field was finalized today. Actually, I'm going to start with the girls, okay? Start with the girls. So, Riley Knobb is back. She's the defending champion on the girls side of things.
So I assume she's pretty good.
Yeah, she's not bad, 38th in AJGA ranking, so it's, that's not bad.
Does that mean she's 38th in the world?
38th in American Junior, which is technically the world.
Just girls?
Yeah, just girls.
So she's the 38th best junior girl.
Yep. Okay. Elizabeth Rudisil, who is third in AJJ rankings.
So the third best girl.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Where's she from?
She's actually from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, cool.
I wanted to say she was from around St. Louis. I remember talking to her parents last year. She got DQ'd last year. So
she cheat?
No, she accidentally signed the incorrect scorecard.
She cheated.
That's not cheating, dude. It happens. Spieth did it last year. Spieth did it last year because he had diarrhea and had to run to the bathroom.
When nature calls.
Yeah, I mean, this podcast is just off the rails. Elise Zhou Zhao. Bet you didn't think I knew how to pronounce that. If she doesn't win this year, I will be shocked.
Was she ranked?
She's 18th, but she's played in this like the past 3 years. She's an absolute like killer. It's her time. Let's be honest. It's her time.
Okay. Is Myrtle Beach girl in it?
Yep, Madison Messimer is playing in that.
She's really good, right?
Yep, she is good.
What's she ranked?
13th.
So why aren't you pulling for the Myrtle Beach girl?
I don't know. I didn't say I was pulling for anybody.
You just said you were pulling for the girl.
I didn't say I was pulling for her. I said it's her time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all in on Madison.
Okay.
She just committed to
Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yep. We have a Canadian. Couple Canadians. 3 Canadians.
What part? Does it say what city?
Yep, Ontario. Well, Oakville, Ontario is one. White Rock, British Columbia is another. And Richmond Hill, Ontario. So that's pretty good. What else? We got the 14th ranked girl as well, Clara Ding. That's actually the Canadian. White Rock, British Columbia. Or 14th. Did I say 14th? Oh, we have the 12th too. Jude Lee from Walnut, California. We have a lot of California in here. A lot of California, a lot of Texas, a lot of Arizona.
Why do you think, I don't know nothing about junior golf, but why do you think these people want to come play in this event?
Oh, because it's high level and it'll look good on a resume.
It's like one of the best?
Yeah, it's one of the best, I'd say. All right, let's jump over to the boys. So we got some familiar names. Tyler Watts.
Oh, shout out the Q.
He's probably...
All right, I'm pulling for him.
He's probably the odds-on favorite.
What's he ranked?
He's 96th in Wagger and 3rd in AJGA.
So he's the 3rd best kid.
Yep. We got Asher Vargas, who's 8th in AJGA and 1,095 in Wagger.
Hey, I want to come back to Tyler Watts. I wonder if he's hit a growth spurt over the last year because he's still the same height. Dude, he was like 5'4", but hit the ball country mile.
I mean, yeah, he's only going to hit it longer too. Think about it.
Watch him come back, and he's like 5'11", 6 foot.
I wonder where he's going to college. How old is he? Whatever.
I think he was 16.
Oh, graduation year 2026. So he's a junior.
Yeah.
So, or no, yeah, no, he's a senior. He's a senior.
No. If you're graduating in 2026, you're a junior. It's 2025.
That's right. Yeah, he's a junior right now. He'll be. Yeah, okay, my bad. Hand up. That's on me. Never really been the smartest guy in the world. Dylan has Mason Howell highlighted here. Just a few things about Mason Howell. 2023 Rolex All-American. It's pretty good. What else has he won? He's won a bunch of different stuff. He's a certified killer. He's played in the DJ before, too. He played last year. All these next names are return players. You have Will Hartman. I recognize that name immediately. Tyler Mawhinney from Fleming Island, Florida. That's another name I recognize. All these are top 30 players that I just read. They're all top 30. Getting out of the top 30, still top 50. Bowen Moss is returning.
So chances are in the next, at the rate we're going, in the next 2 years, some of these kids are going to be playing on tour.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on graduation years, right? I mean, I imagine most of them will go to college. I don't think everybody's going to take the Blades route and Akshay route. But Bowen Moss, Bailey Sutter, and Philip Dunham are all top 50 AJGA players that are returning. They played last year. They are coming back. Oh, this is weird.
What?
Yeah, Kyle, there's a guy on here by the name of, Aiden. Aiden's playing. That's one of Alan's kids.
Is he?
Yeah, Aiden Aguilar. He's playing. Good for him. Oh, there's somebody from Stockholm too, Kyle. Wow, that's crazy. And there's somebody from Australia.
Are you? Dang, these kids are coming from all over the place.
Yeah, really the name, though, that I've been kind of filibustering on here is a guy by the name of Charlie Woods.
Charlie Woods?
Yeah, that guy.
Like Tiger's kid?
Yeah, Tiger's kid.
Wait, so Tiger's kid is playing in this?
Yeah. Yep. That would be Chuck Woods. Charlie Woods is playing in the 2025 Dustin Johnson World Junior.
Jeez.
What are your instant reactions, Kyle? I had heard rumors, hence my last prediction on the podcast.
Did you really?
Yeah, I had heard rumors through a grapevine. Nothing was a confirmed deal before we left for Christmas, but seeing this list, which is now out there in the public, it is officially confirmed Charlie Woods will be in Myrtle Beach at the 2025 Dustin Johnson World Junior.
Charlie Woods. Dude, if he wins this thing, that'd be pretty crazy.
Get him in the queue, Kyle.
That'd be awesome, too. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah. Oh, my God, there's somebody from India, too. Sorry.
Hold on. I want to back up. So Charlie Woods is playing in the DJ World Junior.
Charlie's playing.
Do you think Tiger's going to come? Do you think Tiger's going to come?
Would it surprise me? No. Do I know officially? Also, no. I mean, he's shown that he travels with Charlie a decent amount. There's no caddies in this event either, so if I would argue that he wouldn't be coming, it would be maybe because of that, but it wouldn't surprise me to see him show up in Sport of Sun.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Because that's API week, I think, and
wouldn't that be pretty cool to see the cat walking through the woods at TPC Myrtle Beach on the alert?
Oh God, it's the cat! Everybody, look out! Here comes the cat.
If he does show up, he's probably used to it. But like, dude, what if you're just walking down,
Oh, hey, how you doing?
You're walking down the cart path because you can't take carts, and you just walk, and here comes Tiger just strolling down
in metal cleats. If he's wearing cleats, they'll be metal.
Yeah.
You think he'll give us some Sunday? You think Charlie can give us some Sunday Red stuff? He's a big podcast listener. He's a huge PMT guy. So, pardon my take.
Who knows?
Maybe he's listening to this right now.
Do you think he'll be decked out in Sunday Red?
100%.
Do you think on Sunday he's wearing Sunday Red?
Yes.
What do you think he's wearing on?
He has to make the cut first. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. What do you think he's wearing Friday and Saturday? What color?
You may reach out to Sunday Red's PR team and ask.
No, let's take a little bet on Friday. What color is he wearing?
All right, Friday.
What color of the Sunday Red line?
Dude, I mean, let me look it up. I don't know. I want to be right.
I'm gonna go. He's wearing black.
Yeah, I mean, black's an easy
black because he's coming in fighting. He's got the inner tiger in him, ready to just roar.
That's a clip. I'm gonna guess he's gonna wear at some point. I think it depends on weather. This knit cashmere vest is sick.
Dude, they've done a nice job of Sunday Red. I think they've done a good job.
I could see him wearing this Fairway Repeat polo. It's
Have
a nice.
You seen anybody wearing Sunday Red?
I saw somebody when we were at Pinehurst wearing it.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't say I have.
Yeah.
Wonder how their sales are going.
This Heritage blue, this is a nice blue. I could see him wearing this blue and khaki on Thursday. You know, keep it tame off the jump, you know. Then Saturday, so it'd be Friday, right? So Friday's first round. So then Saturday, he'd probably be wearing, I'm going to guess he's probably going to be, you know, like right around the cut line. He's going to need to feel like a killer. We're all black, you know, ninja style. And then Sunday, I think he's just going to copy his dad.
Wow.
Dude,
You know, it would be cool if he came back a couple years. Like, you know how little John Daly came a few years? Like, you kind of saw him grow up a little bit. Like, he was just this little baby. And then, like, the next year, he was like, oh, more of like a teenager.
that would be sweet.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm enamored by Sunday Red stuff. I really want to buy something, but I don't. Can I use my Amex on this?
No.
You're no fun, dude.
No. That is exciting to.
Yeah, it's
one.
huge.
That field is awesome. It's great. You know, that event, it's a cool event for the marketplace.
No, you're right, dude. It's awesome. It's going to be kind of surreal, right? Like, especially on the off chance that Tiger does come and shows up. It'll be arguably one of the biggest moments this area's ever had. And we had a PGA Tour event last year. Not to discount the Myrtle Beach Classic. I don't want that to come off like I'm trying to do that. But it's Tiger at the end of the day, if he does show up. I hope Charlie plays well. I hope he's in there on Sunday. I hope, you know, coming down the stretch on Sunday. I hope he's near the lead or final few groups. Yeah, that's the DJ field, Kyle.
It's exciting. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'll be here before you know it.
You're telling me. Any update on the queue for the public that we want to talk about?
Yeah, you know, nothing I would say, hey, we're just working on it, you know.
Just had some calls with some fun people over the past few days.
Yeah, the field is shaping up. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited that we're getting to talk to everybody. We're gonna put together a behind the scenes video of the whole process. So that'll be cool. But there's a lot of great content that's gonna be coming out, and it's gonna be if you enjoyed last year's queue, this year's queue is gonna be better. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and you're gonna enjoy it. And it'll be fun to see if one of the YouTube content creators can earn a spot to the Myrtle Beach Classic.
And that video, Kyle, will be coming out on...
I don't think we've released that date yet.
Oh, we haven't?
No, we're holding that for right now.
All right, never mind. Taste it. Sorry. I thought that was public.
We'll keep that one tight to our chest for now.
All right. Kyle, I think it's time to bring this old ship back to port here. How'd you like that for a reference?
Yeah, hey. January 2025, everybody's making their resolutions. You know, back in work, back in the grind. There's nothing better. I said it earlier, but
I'm gonna force drink Kyle to. I'm gonna
force. We're gonna waterboard me.
No, I'm gonna force Kyle to binge drink beers at the airport with me on Sunday.
No, I'm staying strong. I'll just drink water and be fine. But start planning that trip. I'm telling you, it makes your work weeks better. David, do you have any trips that you're looking forward to? I've got a couple.
I've got member guest in Charleston in February. I'm going to RBC Heritage now officially as of last night on Easter weekend.
Oh, nice.
With my buddy Drew and Cam. Shout out, love you guys. From college, they have a condo in Hilton Head, so we're going to get a whole group of us together. Megan and I are going to go down there and spend a few days. And then we have our golf trip. So
nice. Yeah, we got.
What about you? Where are you going?
Mine is more family oriented. We're heading to New York City in end of February. We got Bear Broadway tickets for Christmas.
Very nice.
So we're going to go to a Broadway show, and it's Morgan's birthday. So we're going to parlay that into a little birthday trip for her. Then we're taking a family cruise.
Whoa!
The week before the Myrtle Beach Classic.
You got to talk to the cruise master.
Who's the cruise master?
Joe.
Yeah, we're doing a Disney cruise.
Ooh!
This one's been in planning for a year and a half. You got to plan long because you got to save up for those ones.
Well, you want to hear something funny? So, my family, my sister, myself, and my mom and dad, we've been talking about doing a family trip for a long time, and like we've all been non-committal or could never figure out like a place to go. So, Christmas Day this year when I was back in Atlanta, my mom's like, all right, each of you need to pick out 2 destinations. One international, one domestic. So, okay, so we all picked out destinations. And then she was like, all right, now pick your favorite from which one you want to do more from those 2. And I was like, okay. She's like, all right, by Easter, which I'm not going to be there for Easter, and I haven't told her yet. That's probably not good. I probably need to call her after this. We are going to present our destination and why we should go there as a family.
What are you going to present?
I don't know. We'll figure that out next time I'm home, probably.
Dude, I'm excited to hear about it.
Yeah.
Are you going to do domestic or international?
Mine, like, toes the line. I picked Hawaii because my parents have always wanted to go to Hawaii. And, if we can kill two birds with one stone there, I think that would be good. They deserve a trip to Hawaii.
Yeah, there's nothing like planning a trip, waiting for your trip. It's what we do. We want you to take trips to Myrtle Beach, and
we were so pumped for our golf trip here last year. Like the excitement just built.
Yeah, it's one of the as you start a new year and you have trips on the calendar, it's what gets you excited. So plan that trip. You won't regret it. Make memories with your friends, with your families, because at the end of the day, memories, experiences are better than material things. There's only one thing left to do. See ya.